It is the year 2060 and the Nigerian Energy Transition Plan is progressing well. For the first time ever, we now have uninterrupted and dependable energy for the entire population. No more power outages and no more generator noise. But let's face reality. We are still in the 2020s and you are working on an important project with a strict deadline tomorrow, when suddenly a power outage occurs. As an average Nigerian, you will probably depend on an electric generator to restore power. But what if it fails to start due to a mechanical fault? What would you do? This electricity shortage is a major issue that over 85 million Nigerians face every day, but it also offers a unique opportunity for the youth to overcome economic hardship without having a degree, traveling abroad, or engaging in fraud. And this is what we are going to be talking about in this video. If you are new here, my name is Dixon Esieba. I am committed to helping young Africans overcome economic hardship through educational, practical, and digital solutions. And this is why I created Sabi Press, as a means to realize this vision. And so if you have not yet subscribed, please consider doing so to help us grow and help us impact as many lives as possible. Now back to the reason why we are here. It is no news that more than 4 out of 10 Nigerians live without reliable electricity and heavily depend on polluting generators amid increasing fuel prices, which makes electricity very expensive. In fact, this energy poverty worsens our underlying socio-economic problems like unemployment, crime, and insecurity, because without sufficient and affordable power, it is almost impossible to sustain economic growth, which in turn drives job creation, income generation, cost reduction, and efficiency. But what if the solution to our problem is just above us in the abundant Nigerian sun? Yes, I am talking about solar energy and how we can harness its potential beyond basic installation. Solar power is not just an environmental option. It is an economic necessity for households and businesses, especially now that fuel subsidies have been removed. Currently, Nigeria's electricity generation hovers around 4,000 to 5,000 megawatts. And according to the National Energy Transition Plan launched in August 2022, we aim to increase the adoption of solar photovoltaic technology, which is expected to produce around 446 terahours of electricity by 2060. This represents a significant amount of energy, roughly the annual electricity consumption of a small country and several million homes, positioning solar as a key part of Nigeria's future energy mix. For sure, this is a long way from where we are at the moment, and whether or not we succeed is not essential. What matters is that much of this initiative will be supported by decentralized small-scale power generation and storage units deployed by project developers in collaboration with utility companies to ensure grid stability and reliability. This means that small players like you and me can make a lot of money from producing and selling renewable energy. But the industry is plagued with a lack of qualified technicians, investment, and community collaboration. The significant income opportunity I see here lies beyond basic installation to mastering the entire life cycle of these energy systems and designing them to balance cost and reliability. While most people fear being replaced by AI and automation, I believe that possessing these technical skills I'm about to mention would make one a resilient individual. Because AI cannot climb a roof in Benin City to troubleshoot a faulty inverter, nor can it navigate the complex wiring of an old Lagos building to safely integrate a new battery bank. These tasks require manual skill, on-site problem solving, and understanding of local electrical practices. To secure a future in this sector, you should develop a combination of high-level competencies in photovoltaic system design, sizing, installation, and maintenance, which involve the following. The first is calculating a client's energy needs by assessing their load and usage patterns, as well as conducting energy audits to identify leaks and inefficient appliances. These ensure the solar system is appropriately sized to prevent excess or inefficient power relative to demand. The second is considering location specifics like sun exposure and shading, assessing the space or the structural integrity of a roof, and considering environmental factors such as wind that could physically cause damage. Next is sizing panels, selecting the right inverter and charge controller, and designing the battery bank to match generation with consumption for efficient, reliable power. Once the system has been installed, regular maintenance becomes important, just like generators, because technicians skilled in diagnosing battery health, repairing inverter circuit boards, and managing hybrid systems will be high in demand as more people adopt solar technology. The fact is that the install and forget culture will not work in this case, and as a result, you can earn recurring revenue through contracts to continually maintain systems for your client. Think of it as being a solar doctor. Other key aspects include the development and integration of user-friendly software to interact with the system. As you can see, there are even opportunities for software engineers. All of these skills put you on the right path to becoming not just an employee or a sole trader, but an entrepreneur who builds teams, scales operations, and delegates tasks to break into new markets such as power generation and distribution. Now that you have seen the bigger picture, you may be wondering how you or your community could get involved. So now let's break down the actionable steps to develop the skills and begin making a positive impact. First of all, the path to learning these skills have been formalized, moving from informal apprenticeships to recognized certifications. Although I am not an expert in this field and cannot provide training, I can suggest a few organizations that may assist. By the way, this video is not sponsored by any of these organizations. I am only mentioning them to illustrate the potential options and because, according to my research, they have excellent ratings. It is still worth doing your own due diligence before enrolling. In my opinion, you should learn through reputable organizations rather than relying on online videos and AI as your guide, because this field requires practical experience, human interaction, and networking. Use AI and videos to only understand the theoretical aspects. Now, here are the two programs and their focus areas that I have compiled. The first is the Renewable Energy Technology Training Institutes, and the second is Ashdam Solar Academy. I have looked them up on Google and found generally positive reviews. However, if anyone has experienced training with them or knows other reputable organizations, please mention them in the comment section. These programs not only teach technical skills, but also the business of solar, how to quote, how to source authentic components, and how to manage customer relationships, because the business approach is vital for economic independence. As you develop your skills, I encourage you to start championing small off-grid solar initiatives like a project to power water pumps in your local community, or raise awareness about renewable energies in your area to enable tailors, barbers, and students adopt this technology. Remember, taking these actions is not just about personal gain, but also about empowering your community. So what are the lessons we can draw from this video? The main point I want you to take away is that embracing solar energy skills can help you achieve economic independence on a personal level and create resilient communities. Imagine how this could lift many people out of poverty, improve air quality by replacing generators, and generate the multiplier effect that lowers crime and hardship while empowering youth as leaders in this space. This is merely one example of future-proof practical opportunities where human ingenuity excels. With all these insights in hand, it is time to move from inspiration to action. Let us turn this vision into reality together. And if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. and do not forget to leave a comment.